Hello everybody, I hope everyone's week is going great, and today is upper body. So you need weights and you need yourself and water. That's it. All right, let's get started. So you can always start, I suggest you to start off with, I have a warm-up video. I suggest you start with that, and then we'll get right into upper body here. So taking a hold of your weights, we're going to start with chest. And so we're starting with what's called pec deck, or I call it that. So elbows up as high as your shoulders. Bring your elbows in and back to center. And you can always do this with no weight as well. Good, breathe out here and in. Here's 5. Here's 4. Here's 3. Here's 2. And here's 1. And back, and then down. And again, you can always do that with soup cans, with no weight, creating your own tension. It's great for that too. So the second one that we're going to do for chest, you can take breaks here as well. We're going to come down onto our mat. I should have said you need a mat for this one. And we're going to go into what's called a fly. So we're coming back on our back, and we're going to pretend there's a big ball on top of us. And we're gonna hug that ball and back down, okay? So with the weights, it looks like this. And again, you can do it without weights or soup cans. So you're coming up, there's a slight bend to my elbows, and then I'm coming back down and up. If you have a stability ball, you can totally do it on that as well. Good. Breathe out as we come up. Breathe out here. And in. Breathe out. Back in. Here's 4, here's 3, here's 2, and here's 1. Good, take it all the way back down, put those weights down, push yourself back up. So that's chest. So we're doing 2 exercises for each body part today. All right, back. We're gonna do a 1-arm row. I'm gonna show you 2 different ways. So the first one, you take your weight in your right hand, and my right leg is going out long. My body is in straight alignment, so I'm not hunched over. I'm going to pull those shoulder blades together, meaning they're not rounded. If they're rounded, there's nowhere for me to go. But if I pull them back, now when I row up, I can squeeze my shoulder blades, okay? So I'm going to show you this way on this leg, or this arm, and then I'll show you with a chair on the next one, okay? So here's 4. The breath comes out as you pull up. There's your breath out. Here's 6. Good. 8. We have 2 more. Pull and pull. Good. You can always do it with a chair as well. So I'll show you that on the other side. So we just have our chair. And what we're going to do is we're going to kneel with our right, because we're working our left now. We're going to kneel on our right knee onto the chair or a bench or whatever you have. And all I'm going to do is exactly the same thing. My back is nice and flat. My leg is just right underneath my hip. I'm going to row it up and hold and back down. Row it up and hold. Good. Breathe out here and in. Breathe out. Good. We're halfway. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So that's 1 exercise for back. The next one is going to be a bent over row. So we will need both weights for this one. Again, take breaks in between. Pause the video, take a break. So this one we're going to, again, bend over. The main important thing, I'll just show it, explain it a little bit. The main important thing is stick the chest out, then hinge forward. We don't want to hinge and round our back, because when we pull up, there's nowhere to squeeze. We're working our upper back. So if we can't, like I can't pull my shoulder blades together here, but as soon as I'm flat, now I can pull my shoulder blades together, okay? So this one, our palms are going to face our body. So it's a bent over row. I'm bringing my elbows up as high as my shoulders. I'm going to turn it in a second. So I'm pulling and squeezing. Okay, from the front it looks like this. Pull and squeeze. Pull and squeeze. Angle, squeeze. We're halfway. Here's 4. Here's 5. 3. I'm going the wrong way. 2. And 1. Good job. All right. And those can go down. So you can always just do one set of each one and not like just pick one exercise and do one. You can do both. You could do 2 sets of each one to make it longer. Make it your video or make it your workout. All right. So the next one we're going to do is shoulders. So for this first one, if you have a chair or something to sit on, you can do it seated. You have a little bit more stability this way. So palms face forward. My weights just rest on my shoulders and I press up and back down. Breathe out here. Good. Breathe out and out and out. I'm going to show you without weights. Keep going. Here's 5. Palms face forward. Here's 4. I'm creating my own tension. I can still feel something here. Here's 3. Here's 2. And here's 1. Good. All right. Take your break. I'm just going to grab some water. You can too. All right. We're going to do pull-ups for shoulders. And so what we're doing, I'll grab the weights in a second, but what we're doing is we're just pulling our elbows straight up and back down. Straight up and back down. So with the weights, it looks like this. I'll just stand sideways a little bit. So pull straight up and down and up. So the breath is out here, right there. Good. 4. Remember to smile. 3. Here's 2. And I'm standing up nice and straight. I'm not bending over, okay? Nice and straight. Here's our last one and pull. Good. All right. So we've done chest, we've done back, we've done shoulders. Now we're going to do bicep curls. Now, there's not a lot of exercises for bicep curls with dumbbells. And we did a couple with in the last video. But this one I'm just going to change up a little bit. I'm going to do one at a time. So you're going to put your elbow on the inside of your leg. Let that weight come all the way down and pull it up. Okay, and pull it up. You can do it without. Here's 2, 3. Pull up and squeeze. Up and squeeze. Here's 5. 4. So this is called a bicep curl. 3. 2. And 1. And we switch. So again, elbow on the inside of the leg and up and pull. Breathe out here. And up. So you guys can have music on. I don't have music on. It's too hard to hear me with the music, but feel free to jam out with the music you like. Good. Here's 3, 2, and 1. So like I said, this is a longer video. Just cut it in half if it's too long for you, or make it longer by adding another set of each one. So now we're going to do hammer curls. We did this in one of the other videos. Hammer curls, you just come straight up, just like you would be hammering with a hammer. Okay, straight up and back down. Straight up and back down. Make sure you're breathing. Don't hold your breath. Okay, engage that core. So pull that belly button towards your spine. Here's 5. Here's 4. Here's 3. Oh, and we don't want to swing. Don't swing your weights. Make sure they stop here. Here's 2. 1 more. And down. Good. All right, we're going to work on triceps. So you can sit for this one or you can stand. Either one. It's just more of a stability, or more, you're just anchoring yourself better if you're seated, but you can totally stand. So we're going to take this called a tricep extension. Elbows in tight. If you're really tight in your shoulders, you won't be able to get them in, but get them in as much as you can, because then you protect your shoulders. If you're way out here, you put too much pressure on the shoulders. Bring those elbows in, fully extend. fully extend. And up. And up. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I just wanted to show you too, you're just holding the weight so it freely moves. You're not holding onto the middle part of the weight, okay? You're just letting that weight freely move back and forth. So when it comes up, it's still kind of facing downwards. If you hold it like this, you're ending up going like this, and we don't really want to do that. Okay, and then the last one I'm going to do for tricep is a kickback. And I am going to use the chair just because it's here, but I'll show you without it as well. So we're just going to lean on the chair, bring that elbow up. The higher up the elbow gets, the better, and kick it back. Nice and slow, and kick it back. Good. I'll show you without a weight. Just kick it back. And without a weight, you can get higher up. With a lower weight, you can even get higher up. Okay. Here's 4. Here's 3. Back is nice and flat. Here's 2. And here's 1. Okay. And I'll just show you on the other side. And for this one, it's exactly the same thing, but I'm just not using the chair. Okay. Elbow up, kick it back. Kick it back. Head is always in alignment, so I'm not bending my head down. Good. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. And up. We're going to do a quick little stretch, but you can use one of those stretching videos to do a longer stretch if you want, but let's just do a little bit here. So we'll start with a tricep stretch. So bringing that elbow back. If you're really flexible, you can take that hand, pull it, but this is totally fine. You can always come to seated to do your stretches on the ground or on a chair and release. Take that other arm back, press it back. And again, you can hold these longer. I suggest you hold them longer. Good, nice deep breaths in and out. Good, and release. We get into the shoulders. So bringing that arm across, you can go higher, you can go mid, you can go lower, whatever you, wherever it feels good here. So I'm gonna go higher today. Nice deep breaths in and out. Good, one more breath. And release, and take that other arm across. And again, I'm gonna go higher today. That's where I'm feeling it. You go where you're feeling it. Roll out that wrist if you want. I didn't do it on the other side, but there you go. Good, and release. For the chest, take those hands behind, clasp, pull away. You might be here, that's totally fine. Then just stick the chest out more. Okay, so here, or wherever you can lift up. You might even be able to lift higher than me. Nice deep breaths. Good, one more. And release. And back. And since I'm sitting on the chair, I'm going to show you one here. I love this one. I'm going to take my right hand to the inside of my right calf and then my left hand to the inside of the left calf. I'm going to drop my head down in a second and I'm going to pull like I'm pulling away, pulling apart, and it gets a nice big stretch in the upper back. So I'm dropping my head and I'm really pulling. You can go lower if you want. Feel that stretch. Push up on your back. Good, and release. Nice deep breath in. And out. And one more. And out. Thank you so much for joining me today on upper body. And again, you can do just one of the exercises. You can do more reps. You can pause the video. You can do more sets of them. Whatever it works for you for today. All right. See you on the next one.